Hey guys, going farty off of my channel. Today we have a deck profile, an updated deck profile for one of my favorite decks, which is the Nebula Lord. I checked it out. I thought, I guess I should have brought a little bit more in-depth description about this deck profile or the reasons why I put these things in here. So what I'm doing different today is, where I'm sitting right now, I'm looking at my computer, and in it I have a notepad that has all the notes that I need to actually make an in-depth description of the profile. So if you guys like this kind of approach I'm doing, please comment about it. So other than that, let's get... Oh yeah, and also, this is post BT13, so obviously there is going to be some changes. There really wasn't much for Nebula to actually abuse. So, yeah, there really isn't much change towards him. So, I guess I can get this started. I'm going to start with the gray. Start with probably the obvious, a starter, Dusty Unicorn. I really can't say anything about him. He's arguably the best starter in the game. And, yeah, there really isn't much to talk about him. Just, when he gets a lock card, there's a lock card in the field, he can just make even more locks. That's pretty much about it. So for grade 3s, I actually got my full set of Nebula Lord, so right here, 4 Nebulas, and 4 Infinite Zeros. Like I say, I think out of all the Nebula decks I've seen, this is probably the most standard, and it's probably the best one for Nebula Lord because it does bring out the potential. Alright, so I wanted to say something about him. This guy. There is some things that people misunderstand about this guy. So, firstly, since its Limit Break is continuous effect, it will be activated anytime. And it doesn't say anything about, anything about it. So it's during my turn. Yep, during your turn, all of your Link Jokers get plus 3,000 for each marked card. This will happen at any time. If there's more added, it will get more power increase. So that's during battle phase. I will tell you the reason why I'm telling you this, because yeah, some people might mistake it for it. So yeah, and also with great resource management, you can have up to 2 to 3 locked units in almost 2 to 3 turns. That said, it's almost 6 to 9k power for 3 turns. That is devastating. That's pretty gosh darn devastating for a good powerhouse. So that's the grade 3 lineup. Grade 2 lineups is pretty much unchanged. 4 neons. Oh, by the way, if you notice, I actually got promos. So I actually got really lucky when I done my box openings. I got 2 of them, and I got an extra one from another guy. So yeah, there's that. 4 Neobium, same thing for Neobium as well. And then the 2 slots. Anybody can actually argue about this, but I decided that this deck needs a little bit more pressure, so I chose Singularity Sniper. Like I say, it just puts pressure on them. And it actually synergizes with Nebula Lord as well. Remember the reason why I said this guy can activate at any time? That's pretty much the reason. So, let's say you go for it first, he takes the damage, you get to lock a card, 3,000. Immediately. Yeah. That's some pressure for something all you need to do is just hit. That's pretty good. So yeah, it also synergizes with Neobium as well because it will give him plus 5,000 since something got locked during the turn. Let me see if I can read it. Yep, plus 2k. So that is probably really, really good. So that's the reason why I have 2 Singularity Snipers. I could add one more, but I don't want to give myself locked into like an AK body compared to this one. That and the shenanigans I usually go for, since I have that trigger lineup, is usually like right onto him and have Neon out there and just poke away from there. So yeah, that's my G2 lineup. Now here's where the changes came in. G1s. Well, since BT13 came out, Binary Stars got immediately replaced with a part Pete with Palladium. There really is no question about Palladium. He is a good card for any, well, actually most Link Joker deck. Because why? Well, he does tap into the resource, your counterblast resource, but it gives you some soul, gives you some more soul pile, and also you can lock on our card. That is actually pretty good, especially for Nebula Lord builds, because, you know, like usually he needs 2 counterblasts to lock a back row unit. Well, these guys, you can just like counterblast 1 to get 1. So let's say you have 2 of them out there and there's 2 lock cards. Boom, boom. You just got another 2 lock cards. That means 6,000k for a turn. So yeah, really, really devastating. So these guys are really good, and if anybody sees them out there, it's like, oh, frick, I'm gonna have such a hard time. So yeah, next, 4 perfect cards. Nothing to say right there. They're just perfect cards. Neons, 10k beaters, and Lithanium, which is 2 Lithaniums, which is about he's just pretty much like a Neopium clone, except he isn't as versatile as it. Although they can hit 20k columns, which in terms, if the limit break kicks in, they hit him for amazing 26k column. Holy balls! That's like some power right behind it. So now with the last ones, remember guys when I told you that I was going to be switching with the Nebula Lord's partner? Well, since the soul pile is beginning to be more decent with Dusty Unicorn, Palladium, also you get like about at least 3 to 4 in there if you get the best potential out of the deck, I decided that I want to take some abusement towards it, and I decided to put in 2 Ruthiums. This one is actually pretty decent because it affects her not only Vanguard but also Rearguard as well. So that's where it gets its plus, kind of like it gets its pro in comparison to Aurora Eagle. That and it does hit for like a decent amount if you kind of put it right behind like right behind anybody. So yeah, he gets a little bit of +1 and also a con as well because it doesn't affect anybody else other than Nebula Lord himself. But other than that, it's like I say, you're gonna have a decent amount of soul power. That's like a potential. I'm just trying to think here. Trying to think numbers. Probably 8. So you got 8 shots for this guy. So yeah, I just wanted to use that real well, and that is the end of the G1 lineup. Now here comes the triggers, and like I said, nothing really changed too much about them. Boom. 6 stands, 6 crits, and 4 heals. Really nothing to change about it. Like I say, I think this is the most beneficial lineup for the Nebula Lord. Reason why because you get those synergies with the front row, so that way. So the stands will become even more devastating once you trigger check. That and I don't know. Like he has a lot of offense, so I thought might as well take it to the next level and get even more offense out of him. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, actually no, I could show you some key plays about this thing. Like I say, best potential is probably break riding into him. People usually like to do the triangle lock, and that is pretty good, but if you really don't want to, that is fine, and you can let the singularity snipers probably give some hits towards it. So, already, with that +6, she's already hitting for 14k, enough to break, to put, cross rides into a main position. Let's say you had like neon right there. Sorry about if I yawned right there. So this column would be hitting for about 21k. Yeah, 21k. That is really, really good. And that's really pressuring if you put it as a first attack, because it's either drop 15k shield for me or take the hit and I get to lock another card, which in turn gives them +3,000, more +3,000. Like I say, if you can actually do it, try to keep it like about 2 to 3 locks for 3 turns, so that way you get the maximum benefits of the package. And yeah, I really got nothing else to say right here. If you like this more detailed description of it, please comment about it. And if you guys like it, I'll go ahead and do this more often. You know, I try to make some notes about the deck and such. And yeah, out of all the Link Joker decks, this is probably my personal favorite, next to well, him. And yeah, I might as well see you guys later, and bye.